Why has Nigeria been ruled by the same group of people since 1999, and how can this be changed? Nigeria has faced significant challenges in breaking the cycle of leadership dominated by the same political figures since the return to civilian rule in 1999. Nigeria has been largely governed by the same political elite due to a combination of factors. One significant reason is the prevalence of entrenched political networks and patronage systems. Many politicians have maintained their power through established connections, loyalty among party members, and control over resources. Another factor is the difficulty for new political players to break into these established networks. Issues like a lack of funding, limited access to media, and the overwhelming influence of incumbents can make it challenging for fresh candidates to gain traction. Nigeria has been largely ruled by the same old political elites since the return to democracy in 1999 due to a combination of factors, including entrenched political systems, widespread corruption, a lack of strong opposition parties, and the influence of money in politics. These factors create an environment where incumbents can maintain power and where challenges to their rule are often insufficiently supported or coordinated. The electoral process itself can also present obstacles, with concerns over transparency, voter intimidation, and allegations of electoral fraud. The political system often favors established politicians who have deep networks and influence. The way parties are structured allows for the same individuals to retain power. Issues such as electoral fraud, lack of transparency, and an ineffective electoral management body have perpetuated the control of entrenched leaders. Corruption within the political and electoral systems hinders the emergence of new leaders who might bring fresh ideas and perspectives. Many citizens are disillusioned with the political process and do not participate in elections, allowing the same individuals to continue in power with little opposition. This phenomenon can be attributed to several factors. Political structures. The existing political structures have favored established political figures who often have extensive networks, resources, and name recognition, making it challenging for newcomers to compete. Party dominance. Major political parties in Nigeria often support the same old guard, limiting opportunities for younger or less established candidates. This creates a cycle where the same individuals continue to hold power. Electoral issues. Problems such as electoral fraud, inadequate voter education, and lack of transparency can disenfranchise younger voters and those who might seek change. Socioeconomic factors. Many voters may feel a sense of loyalty to traditional leaders or are influenced by socioeconomic conditions that lead them to choose familiar candidates whom they perceive as having the ability to deliver. Nigeria has been in a deteriorating situation for a very long time, with the cost of living and unemployment rate rapidly increasing over the years. A younger generation taking over the government would be a good start for the nation. To change this dynamic, these steps and strategies could be considered by Nigerians who want change. Youth engagement. Increasing political awareness and participation among younger generations can lead to a more diverse leadership. Initiatives to motivate youth involvement in politics may bring new leaders to the forefront. Electoral and political reforms. Advocating for reforms that enhance the transparency and integrity of elections can help level the playing field for new candidates. Implementing reforms that enhance electoral processes, ensure fair representation, and increase accountability can help level the playing field for new candidates. Grassroots movements. Building movements focused on governance and accountability can empower citizens to demand new leadership. Encouraging civic engagement and grassroots movements can empower younger citizens and new leaders to challenge the status quo. Civic education. Educating citizens about their rights and the importance of their votes can reduce apathy and encourage more informed voting decisions. Building support networks and providing resources for younger or inexperienced candidates can enhance their chances of successfully competing in elections. Increasing public awareness about the importance of voting, accountability, and civic engagement can help mobilize the electorate to demand change. Raising awareness about the importance of voting and civic participation can empower citizens to make informed choices and hold leaders accountable. Support for new candidates. Encouraging the development and support of candidates who represent fresh ideas and perspectives can disrupt the status quo. Change is possible through collective effort, vigilance, and a commitment to a more inclusive and transparent political process. Providing funding, training, and resources to aspiring politicians who represent new ideas can help diversify political leadership. Promoting youth participation. Engaging the youth in politics and decision-making processes can facilitate a shift toward more progressive leadership. Increasing awareness about the electoral process, candidates, and the importance of voting can help mobilize new voters and promote informed decision-making. Encouraging transparency and accountability. Strengthening institutions that promote good governance and fighting corruption can build public trust in the political system. By addressing these issues, Nigeria could foster a political environment that allows for greater competition and the emergence of new leaders. Political reform. Implementing electoral reforms to ensure free and fair elections, such as improving the transparency of the electoral process and reducing the influence of money in politics, would help to level the playing field for new candidates. Advocating for changes in electoral laws to ensure fairer elections, such as implementing stricter regulations against electoral fraud and promoting transparency, can create a more level playing field. Strengthening electoral processes to ensure transparency and fairness can help minimize the influence of money and corruption in politics. Implementing independent electoral bodies and technology in voting can also enhance credibility. Civil society engagement. Strengthening civil society organizations that promote good governance and accountability can help hold leaders accountable and ensure that the interests of citizens are represented. By fostering these changes, Nigeria can work towards a political climate that allows for new leadership and fresh ideas, breaking the hold of the long-standing political elite. Support for new parties. Encouraging the formation and funding of new political parties that can challenge the established ones might help diversify political representation and ideas. Strengthening institutions. Supporting the independence and effectiveness of key institutions, such as the judiciary and electoral commissions, is essential for maintaining checks and balances and ensuring that political leaders are held accountable. Change in Nigeria's leadership landscape is possible, but it requires a concerted effort from the populace, civil society, and other stakeholders to push for reforms and actively participate in the democratic process. Promoting good governance. Highlighting and rewarding leaders who demonstrate integrity and effective governance can encourage others to adopt similar practices. By addressing these issues collectively, there is potential to create a more dynamic political landscape in Nigeria that embraces new leadership. In summary, Nigeria has experienced a relatively stable political landscape since the return to democratic governance in 1999, but this stability has also meant that many political leaders have remained in power for extended periods. Several factors contribute to this phenomenon. Supporting movements that advocate for social change and accountability can foster a political culture that prioritizes the needs and voices of ordinary citizens. The major political parties in Nigeria often recycle the same leaders, which can limit opportunities for new voices and ideas to emerge. Many politicians maintain power through extensive networks of patronage, where they provide resources or other benefits to their supporters in exchange for political loyalty. Issues like electoral fraud, lack of transparency, and inadequate electoral reforms can contribute to the entrenchment of established leaders. Many citizens feel disillusioned with the political process, leading to low voter turnout and a lack of engagement in truly changing the leadership landscape. Some leaders have significant historical or political legacies that lend them ongoing influence, making it harder for newcomers to break into the political scene. Implementing comprehensive electoral reforms can help ensure fairer elections and reduce opportunities for corruption and manipulation. Engaging younger generations in politics, both as voters and candidates, can usher in new ideas and perspectives. Strengthening civil society organizations that promote accountability and transparency can enhance democratic practices. Increasing political awareness, educating the electorate on their rights and the importance of their vote can lead to greater participation and demand for change. With the implementations of these stated strategies, Nigeria will be able to overcome being ruled by a circle of friends over and over for more decades. Nigeria will be able to elect more vibrant and younger leaders to project the nation into higher heights. Nigeria is a great nation which has just been ruled over the years by people with personal interest rather than national growth. With these changes, Nigeria can become that great nation it is naturally made to be. We hope this has been very educative and informative. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe for more videos.